God damn it, we're talking about Disney and Marvel again.
Ugh.
Grr. Hello, I am the Guardian.
I'm the entertainment freak.
Hi, Sarah.
No Tristan this time around because he's got class tomorrow. Which, congratulations! We are starting class this year.
Except for me.
Yeah.
I'm just working.
Yeah. So
I like my job, though.
There is a likely chance, which you can actually pull off a career with a job like that.
Exactly.
This is true.
Which, it's very likely that future podcasts, we may or may not all be together. Like, there's going to be significantly less Tristan depending on the time.
Yeah, depending on when we can do it.
And
it's probably going to be a lot me and you from now on.
Well, also her, or her.
Because we can meet up, like, every Friday around this time.
Around this time, yes.
It's like, whether I decide to do overtime the Saturday after or not, we can always meet up around this time.
Yeah, but you and I are starting, hopefully starting our work-study jobs, which, it's great hours. Well, I have to get up and take her so that she can work at 8:30 in the morning. But the office closes at 4:30.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I work from like 2:30 to 4:15. That's about 10 hours a week. So, we'll still be getting paid too.
Yeah.
Well, at least that means I'll still be able to see you guys every once in a while.
Yeah, we'll have to repeat the TCC incidents and force Tristan to hang out with us again.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But,
hey, maybe this will end up making Tristan dissolve and slowly bringing Nathan back into the fold.
Nathan's just as bored as I am half the time.
Yeah.
Me and him are starting to... him and Rose are doing a thing every other Tuesday.
That's nice. I'd ask if I could join, but I have class coming up. In fact, so do you.
We both do.
Yeah, we both got classes.
That's why I didn't ask. Or initially, Tristan was going to be part of it, but then he got classes.
Yeah, I told Nathan that I would pop by every once in a while to say hello. I just don't know when. It'll probably be Saturdays. I'll see if Saturdays work for them, but...
they might work in the early morning for them. Otherwise, he can't get off Saturdays.
Right, because he has work at what, 11? 1?
I want to say 1 or 2. I think 2. But he gets ready at around, 1.
Right, like how I leave at 3 o'clock for my 4 o'clock job.
Yeah.
Which, yay! I'm no longer working at Boston Market right now!
Yay.
I'll see you guys during winter break.
Why did you leave at 3 o'clock for a job that's only 10 minutes away from here?
Because I still have to pick up food before I go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I'll be going back winter break, probably. Which I'm not the only one who left. One of the carvers left. I had to train my replacement. And one of my bosses turned in their 2 weeks yesterday. A lot of that can be explained off camera, but she's actually one of the followers on our Facebook page. Hi, Isis.
Hello, person I don't know.
Yeah, but... Wow. Holy shit, we've been going on for almost 4 minutes not talking about Disney and Marvel yet.
That's a good thing.
Yay! Let's hold it off as long as possible.
Alright, let's continue talking about our personal lives before we have to get back on topic.
So I had an anxiety attack last Sunday.
Oh god, what happened?
That sucks.
Let's see, I looked at my teeth and got scared about dental, and then I started looking all that up, and then a bunch of other crap happened. Then I realized that I'm going to be alone for the next 9 months. And I couldn't sleep that night, and I had to leave work after 4 hours because I had no sleep, and I was starting to break down. And I went to my mom's house, and I had to sleep in the bed. And then I started crying on the phone to my stepmom.
Okay.
I had a bad Sunday.
Okay, so, back up. What do you mean alone for 9 months? You mean us?
Yes.
Oh. Well, we're not going to be around. We're barely around all the time now.
I mean, but we still hang out regularly.
Yeah, we can still attempt for regular hangouts. Like, we don't work after 4:30 most days, and we have the weekends off.
Yeah.
Well, when I say weekends, this time I mean Saturday and Sunday. We have work on Fridays.
Yeah, I told you we wouldn't just...
We're not going to leave you up to dry like Nathan did.
Okay, that's mean.
We love you, Nathan. We love you, Rose.
I'm trying to pick up extra work for overtime so I can get some more cash, as well as make up for any kind of lost time.
At least
Yeah.
you're getting paid like $18 an hour.
11.
This is true.
We're being reduced what we were getting paid at our other jobs. We're going back to minimum wage.
Yeah, I was 9 an hour. You were...
Yeah, I was $9.50. When I go back, I'm going to ask for a 50-cent raise, just so that my OCD will not be freaking out with my paychecks.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I'll see you bastards again next Thursday when I come pick up my check.
Let's hope they don't see this.
Hear this. They know what I'm all about at work. They literally had to take a month to get used to my personality. Kind of like how you're still getting used to it after 4 years.
4 years. So I think more like 8 years, dude.
Yeah, with you, it's 4 years. You and Tristan, I think it's 4 years.
What?
You knowing me.
Yeah, just about.
It's about 4 years. Same with Tristan.
In all fairness, it took me about 7 years to get used to Nathan's. And I've known him for about 10 years. So...
Yeah. So I'm probably going to put together a Nathan compilation. Because with all the fun that we ended up having with the Smash Travaganza shout-out, it reminded me that Nathan is probably what was the backbone of the channel at the time.
He
with,
was.
with his humor.
He's the one who created the channel.
Yeah.
So.
And then he passed it on to us.
Yeah, mostly because he had a kid, a wife. He had to get a more steady job.
Another, which
Yeah,
he is still not getting paid good enough.
He's not getting paid good enough.
Not making use of the diploma he has.
I told him Tuesday. It's like, dude, use that computer degree.
Yeah, he has what, an IT degree?
I believe so. Yes.
Was it associates or bachelors?
I think it was an associate, but
Still, he can get something with
Yeah,
it.
you
Get a little
should
bit of something.
make use of that.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm going for my bachelor's.
I can't remember what Rose is going for. I think she's going for something with accounting. Oh, last I heard, if you guys watch this, which I know you don't.
Yeah, they don't have time to watch this stuff.
If you guys somehow manage to catch this, let me know when we next meet up.
Yeah.
Because I want to get it right.
For some reason, I thought Rose's would have been nursing. I feel like she mentioned that at some point.
It's possible. My mom's going back to school.
What's she doing?
I can't remember exactly. She wanted to go for like regular nursing, but she's gotten to the point where her back just will not let her.
Oh,
I know that struggle. My grandfather suffers from the same thing.
so does my grandmother.
Yeah, and I've been having on and off back problems for the last few months. It doesn't really hamper me at all, though.
I almost dislocated my shoulder yesterday. It was not fun. So,
Did you know ibuprofen has some weird side effects that I didn't know about?
like turning your pee
Like
orange.
what?
No, that's not a thing. No, like that actually causes more stomach acid, for instance.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that. That explains a lot right now.
What? Were you like puking or?
No, I've had on and off acid reflux problems the last several months. And I just realized, I just looked up like what the side effects of ibuprofen are. I also realized I've been taking the wrong dosage for years.
Well, that's not a good thing.
No, I feel fine. That actually might explain a few other problems, like the microscopic blood in the urine.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
like that okay, I'm looking at all this. I'm like, okay, everything makes sense now. I'm going to cut back on the dosage quite a bit.
Yeah.
How much have you
Please
been
take care
taking?
of yourself.
No, like the doctors when I was a kid gave me like 800 milligram tablets.
That-
So I thought that was a legit dosage.
That, even to me, that does not sound right.
No, that sounds dangerous.
If any,
No, when I was a kid, that was what my doctors were giving me.
well, your doctors are idiots.
I'm now well aware. Don't take more than like 400 milligrams
Yeah,
at
I
a
was
time, and don't take more than like 1,200 milligrams in a 24-hour period.
I was about to say, at the most, I think you should have like 500.
if not lower.
Looking at that dosage chart, why do they even make 800 milligram tablets?
I don't know. Maybe for people with low blood pressure or something?
I do not have low blood pressure. Trust me, I have high blood pressure.
My blood pressure is on and off, which when I last got my blood checked, because my grandmother has that thing where you prick your finger and
I hate those.
And it gets measured.
Yeah.
That's for like diabetes, isn't it?
That's exactly what
that's
it's
blood
for.
sugar,
Yeah,
not
that's
blood
blood
pressure.
sugar, not blood pressure.
Right.
Yeah, blood pressure is that pump that goes around your arm.
Oh, she hates that.
I do.
I also hate that. I have to get it. I hate going to the doctor for that. Like I can take shots. Honestly,
I don't like shots either.
I can
Speaking
stand
of,
those.
I will
fine.
mention in a minute.
Yeah, I can stand shots fine. It's that pump, especially manually.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, manually tends to be fine because they read it correctly.
Yeah.
The automatic one never reads my blood pressure correctly, and it's the worst. It's one of the worst pains.
Is it weird that I consider the pumping?
Or
that's one of the reasons I'm scared of it. Because
do you have I
mean, I have high blood pressure. I know that much.
Like a legit traumatizing story. I'm not judging. I'm just.
I mean, what do you mean?
I have a legit traumatizing story of why I'm afraid of that thing.
I mean, I have a heart disease.
Fair enough.
So.
Is it weird that I consider that pumping thing?
No, I don't have a heart disease because I'm fat. I have it because I was born with it.
Yeah.
But still, is it weird that I consider that arm pump as a great way to get an adrenaline rush?
Yes.
It is. That is true. Because all of the blood just comes out of that arm and goes right into you.
For some reason, it feels really good to me.
But no.
You're weird.
The reason that I'm afraid of that thing is because...
Ooh, you've told me the story, eating popcorn.
is because it was one of the times we had a car accident, and I had to sit in an ambulance.
Were you on the gurney?
No, I was just sitting on a, bed table thing, part of the truck.
I know what you're talking about, because I've had to be rushed away in an ambulance a couple times.
None of us were hurt, but they checked my blood pressure.
Standard
and
thing.
when they did it, I was young at the time.
Wait, they weren't paying attention?
They did it. They squeezed my arm so hard, my whole arm went numb. I've been afraid of it ever since.
Oh,
She's been traumatized.
Multiple times.
Oh, look! It looks like you have high blood pressure. No shit!
Oh shit! I can't feel my arm!
So ever since then, I've been scared of that thing.
But quickly back to blood sugar. My grandmother is worried about it because I feel like the last time it was between 70 and 80.
That's not bad.
No, she thought it was low.
Oh, it's a little low, but it's not that bad.
Yeah. She thought it was abnormal for someone of my size at the time.
You don't eat sugar.
Yeah, I don't. Why are you cracking up?
We're still talking about this! And not talking about Marvel!
Anything's better than talking about that right now. Just keep focused on... Oh, yeah. I have a shot story.
Oh.
You were here with me for this, so...
Yes, I was.
What was it, Wednesday?
Wednesday.
It was this past Wednesday. I had to go... we went back up to the Virginia Beach Health Department to see if I could get that booster shot for school. They told me they didn't have any at the time, and I was there at
No, we were
10?
Tuesday, because they said they didn't have any on Tuesday. That's why we went to the Norfolk Health Department.
Right. It was Tuesday, and they said they didn't have any, which I thought was weird, but they told me to come back with my immunization records the next day, which I said, okay, which I thought was weird, so then we started to move on, and you mentioned why not try the Norfolk Health Department. And I stupidly replied, there's a Norfolk Health Department?
Duh!
Yeah.
And so we ended up going there, and, I found out that they didn't start the immunizations until 1 o'clock, so I was already pushing my deadline because I had work at 4 that day, and weirdly enough, we ran into Austin there.
Yes, we did.
Which, she and Austin managed to patch things up where they were, and they're starting to rekindle their friendship.
Yep.
He apparently was there with, what was it, his aunt?
Godmother.
His godmother.
Oh, God. No, it was his aunt. Yeah.
It was his aunt and his godkids.
Yeah.
They are hyperactive little shits.
Yeah.
So they're children.
Yes.
7, 3, and 3, I think.
So they're children.
Yes.
And so I haven't been in a hospital in so long that I forgot how the process actually went. So even though we were the first ones there, I ended up being the 7th in line. Mm-hmm. And we found out at the you know how we mentioned at the Virginia Beach department it was like what, $80 to get a shot there?
Yeah.
At the Norfolk department it's $58.
Yeah.
That's because Norfolk's poor town.
Yeah, it is.
Like Virginia Beach is full of rich people.
Yeah.
Somehow, but we went and we ended up waiting 3 hours before I could get my shot.
Yep.
There was only one person at each little thing.
There was only like 5 people working that day.
Period. In the immunization department. And so they had to start like getting 2 nurses to start taking people one at a time. And she had to leave because Austin offered to come pick her up because he had work at 5. And I didn't want to be late for work, but I called ahead and warned anyway. And so Austin took her home, and as soon as she left, the receptionist lady said, "All right, you're next." And so I went in, I got the copy of the sheet I needed to take to Virginia Wesleyan, which I took it there and got that taken care of. And it was the first time I remember getting a shot in my muscle. I'm always used to it going into my vein. Which, all I felt was like a little poke. And I was like, wait, that's it? I remember this being a lot more,
traumatizing and painful.
Yes!
Yeah, so did I back when I was like 14 and I started having to get IVs and shots regularly.
I don't care. I'm 21. I still have a huge needle phobia.
Right. Which either my health insurance is going to cover it or they're going to bill me. Either way, I can get it taken care of.
Yeah.
It was like, at some point, the doctors were asking me, it's like, so are you scared of needles? And I was like, nah, I get an IV in me like once every month at this point because I was having horrible health problems when I was a teenager.
Yeah, you told me about that.
I mean, you were around for some of it.
Yeah, and it was kind of scary. And I was like, dude, are you going to breathe?
Dehydration.
Which you fixed that now, I hope.
Yeah, I'm fine now.
Yeah, you said you lost 7 pounds drinking nothing but water.
Oh yeah, especially yeah, once the urinary problems started and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop drinking soda for a while. The caffeine withdrawal hit first. And then...
Was that traumatizing?
It was for about a day. But, honestly, now I can barely drink. Honestly, after being off of it for a week, I'm completely fine. Actually, over a week, almost 2 weeks now.
You still drink coffee and tea, though.
I drank some tea on the way here, but the last coffee I had was Sunday when I was trying to stay awake.
Wow.
Otherwise, it's been water and an occasional cranberry juice, and I've lost like 7 to 10 pounds just by drinking only water. So I'm gonna just keep doing that.
Well, that's good for you. I'm struggling at the range between 270 and 260. I think I'm regaining that because I'm actually somewhat building something up here, which I'm relieved.
Point of, I don't want to know.
Same, honestly.
Because
there's a point where I just
break my habit of stress eating.
Yeah, stress eating is really, it sucks. I've been there too.
It does. It really sucks because it's like afterwards, all you feel is even more stress and even more guilt because you just sat there and ate this huge amount of food, and you're like, "Fuck, this is just gonna end up fucking me over later."
Additionally, you ever think that our parents don't do enough of a job to keep us healthy? Because I distinctly remember my grandparents let me get away with eating ice cream for breakfast for about a month.
Mine didn't.
I didn't even try. I'm not a big ice cream person.
Yeah, ice cream. I'm not much of a sweet tooth for when it comes to candy, but I am an ice cream whore occasionally.
Same.
Especially Dairy Queen.
My parents would never, ever let me eat sweets when I was younger before, like, lunch, before dinner, before any of that. Never.
Well, lucky you. If my folks had a better handle on my portions, maybe I wouldn't have been known as the fat ass in high school.
Maybe.
Even then, though, I still had some form of self-confidence.
Thinner back then.
Yeah, well...
We were also thinner than, like, another, like, 25% of the people at school, so we were pretty clear.
Yeah, but then again...
in terms of being bullied for being fat.
I was just bullied because...
I know all of
I was bullied because I existed.
I know, like, the 40 to 50 pounds I gained in the last 2 years. It all, like, none of it has happened while I've been working. It was all happening when I wasn't working. Like, those months where I didn't have a job.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't have anything to do, so I'd just sit in the house and eat. Essentially, I wouldn't get out. I wouldn't do that. It's like, I'm trying to lose that weight, like, a lot now. I'm about to start a Mediterranean diet with everyone else in my family.
What's a Mediterranean diet?
I can't exactly remember at the moment because it's my stepmom who's setting it all up.
Is it mostly grains or something?
Mostly, like, Greek foods. Like, there's a lot of fish in it, but we're just gonna, since I don't like fish at all.
Yeah.
We're just gonna substitute the fish for me with chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, I mostly eat chicken.
I love chicken.
Yeah, I'm considering starting, like, just if I can attempt to do so, start eating more salads.
Yeah, I'd love to
I've been trying to eat a lot
house.
more salads in the last few months.
I'd love to try to keep more vegetables in my house because I'd love to start eating more vegetables.
If nothing else...
I need to eat more vegetables.
If nothing else, make a chicken Caesar salad, hold the Caesar.
The only thing is in my house, there's mostly sweets because my mom buys sweets so much.
Yeah, and most of the food gets consumed and left out to rot.
Yep.
Yeah, you see, there's too much food in my house most of the time.
There's not enough in mine.
Crap falls out of my fridge, and me, my dad, and my brother are all like, "What the fuck?"
You want to give me some of that food?
You can come eat it if you want.
Cool.
I admit, I'd love to come over for some of your spaghetti. You make some banging fucking spaghetti, man.
Which,
I make really good mac and cheese. I just don't get an opportunity to.
Oh,
at the moment.
yeah. I remember that one time I came over and you had that.
That actually reminds
delicious.
me though. The other day, when I was on a budget and still getting paid.
Yeah.
You were here for this. Made sloppy joes.
Oh. Fuck.
I wish I was here for that.
That was amazing.
Yeah. So you know that bread that they have at Dollar Tree?
You don't have any
Yeah.
The kind of thick slices? No, that's all gone.
Fuck.
The stuff we went to get the other night.
Yeah. Oh, finally, I went there today. Finally, they have fucking hot dog buns.
Well,
Yeah, they
bullshit.
didn't have them last week.
No, which pissed me
That's
off.
bullshit.
So how was the Dollar Tree canned chili?
It was fine the first time, but if you leave it in the fridge for like a day, like leftover-wise, when you go back to eat it, all the water is at the top.
Yeah,
So-
you gotta mix it up.
So probably best to eat that in one go.
Yeah,
Like-
To me, it
don't
didn't
leave
taste good.
leftover.
Well, yeah, because you could taste the bean that was spliced into it.
No, they make it without bean.
Well, I grabbed the one with bean.
Yeah. I could.
Okay.
Like you bite into it, or you just put it in your mouth. Actually,
That's what we used for the
you
chili
just
dogs.
put it in your mouth.
I did
and
not stick that in the sloppy Joe.
Immediately, that nasty, mealy. Ugh.
What I grabbed was a $1 can of pasta sauce. That's like, I think, Hunt's
Yeah,
or something.
it was Hunt's.
Probably Hunt.
And
It was the meat sauce.
went and grabbed like a small pound, less than half a pound. I paid $5 for the beef at Food Lion.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I just cooked it up like I did. I seasoned it all together. Garlic, onion powder,
Yep.
crushed red peppers.
Yep.
More garlic.
Yep.
And pepper.
You see, no, the better question is, why do we go out to eat all the time?
This is true.
If we can just do this.
Because we're lazy.
Apparently.
Fair enough.
We need to fix this. Well, on the bright side, I'll probably get to experiment with cooking more, considering I'm not intending to spend money on the school cafeteria food all the time.
Me either.
Yeah, I've been bringing my lunch to work a bit more often lately.
I gotta get my mom to start buying more stuff, like some lettuce, so I can make sandwiches, or
I'm gonna start asking my
chili.
mom to buy frozen fruits, because we have a blender, so I'm gonna make smoothies in the morning.
Yeah.
Or, because I found this, actually, on one of those DIY videos, but it's actually a good hack. It's, you make the, your own fruit smoothie, put it in an ice pop mold, you take it to go, that's your smoothie to go.
Nice.
So we're going to talk about Spider-Man?
Shut up, I'm still talking. But additionally, you and I, and you'll probably be here for this too, you and I have to do that Sloppy Joe hash brown mix thing that you talked about.
I'll try to find the recipe. If I'm not doing an overtime day on Sunday, we could probably do that.
Sounds good. I like
Additionally,
that idea.
We gotta experiment with some beefy mac. I've been craving beefy mac for the past 3 weeks. So, yay, we could do our own cooking show.
I don't know about cooking show, but we can eat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set up a camera. We're gonna record us cooking.
Mukbang? Okay.
It'll be the follow-up to Welcome to Cooking with Nathan.
It'll be the least popular show on this channel, aside from this one that we're doing right now.
Eat with Entertainment Online.
Except it's probably going to have more videos than Tyler Rants.
Because we did that more as a joke.
Yeah.
We need to do it for more jokes, but...
Right.
I'll get to writing some eventually.
Additionally, though, I finally got my Ben 10 hoodie, so I can redo the Ben 10 Alien Force stuff I did, because I thought, okay, I could go along with this, because I have a green hoodie on, but I want to see how it looks if I actually wear a Ben 10 hoodie.
True.
And I think I look better with it. So that's going to be an extra 6 months before that video comes out.
Oh, fuck.
So see you next August, people!
Alright. So...
Quick, think of something else that we can talk about to avoid talking about Disney.
Can I talk about my personal life?
Yes, talk about your personal life.
Okay. So, I got fucked over by school.
Oh, right.
I was told by my counselor that I had a full ride to Virginia Wesleyan. Didn't find out till,
yesterday.
Yesterday? I still owe $6,000.
Oh, wow.
I, on the other hand, am safe. Like, I barely grazed by.
My mom has to take out a loan for me because I've already taken out 2 loans. I've already taken out a subsidized and unsubsidized loan.
Didn't cover enough.
Yeah. Not to mention, I still have to get my DTaP booster shot.
Yeah, which...
You are going to get a free ride, except you have to pay for all of it.
And the thing is my family does not have insurance.
Yes.
So it costs extra for us.
Which is stupid and weird.
Yeah, but...
Since you can still be claimed as a dependent, you can apply, you can easily get Medicaid.
I tried. They wouldn't take me.
That's because your mom won't give you her income.
Right, but when we start doing the work study, you can save up and go get the shot, because the school's not going to penalize you for it. They're just gonna remind you every week or so.
Yeah.
Which, kudos on them for being real sports about it, because they know that not all of us are wealthy, despite the fact that it's apparently a private school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an actual university.
Yeah. With a pool. And a hot tub.
I mean, I have a YMCA membership, so I get a pool.
Yeah. Gonna go swimming again at some point.
I just need to go to the YMCA.
Something else that's good.
What?
My mom got an interview for an accounting job.
Well, that's nice. Ought to be a increase in pay from what she used to.
Maybe actually get health insurance.
I will definitely update if she gets the job or not.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but Sending her positive energy. Oh, I feel gross by doing that.
I really hope she gets it because...
We definitely know she doesn't watch this.
Yeah.
I really hope she does, because if she does, then...
Health insurance!
That too, but...
Health insurance.
Dental.
That too, but pay raise.
Yeah, that's
I looked at the sheet. The pay raise salary is $36,000 to $48,000.
A year?
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
No. Not bad at all. Well, holy crap, we've gone about 30 minutes.
Probably more.
Without talking about Disney
Spider-Man.
or Marvel.
Are we complaining about this?
No.
All right.
We need to do this more.
Let's continue.
No, we gotta go over it.
Weekly Godzilla update with Tyler.
Godzilla vs. Kong has no competition next year.
Yeah, no.
No, that. But no, actually good news.
Godzilla's getting another upgrade.
Maybe. We don't know. But, no, good news in terms of the money Godzilla King of the Monsters has been making.
Go on.
It didn't do amazing at the box office by any means.
Thanks, Aladdin.
It made about 300... Thanks, Aladdin. Thanks, Endgame.
Thanks, Dark Phoenix.
Thanks...
Oh, wait, no, that came out later.
No, it came out a week later, but some people decided to go see that instead, and then immediately got burned. But because Dark Phoenix is awful.
Because it's a phoenix.
I
Go
wasn't
in the
even
fucking
going for
corner
that.
for that.
But
It's worth it. Ow. Go on.
Yes, he
King of the
just fell.
Monsters has beaten Endgame somewhere.
Yes!
In terms of the Amazon sales for the digital, I'm not sure if it's digital buying or renting, but Godzilla was higher than Endgame.
Yes! Fuck you, Endgame. Infinity War is objectively a better film.
Yes, it is.
Which, speaking of Infinity War, I have an Infinity War ring now. Doing this for a sketch later.
That I coated in nail polish because it was turning his skin green.
And it's starting to turn green again, actually.
Alright, just give it back and I'll coat it in more nail polish.
Alright, I'll actually just hold off on that. Bring it back to you when I come back.
Mm-hmm.
So, what we want to say this is about... Because I'm going to put it in the title. We talk about something other than Disney and Marvel for about 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and break that record.
Avoiding Disney and Marvel for X amount of minutes.
And failing.
And then eventually you talking about it.
Right. So, yeah, I'd say it's pretty close to maybe 30 minutes now, so...
It's probably past 30 minutes by a while.
Let's go ahead and talk about Lady and the Tramp!
Oh, so we're going with that first.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's delay this shit as long as
let's
possible.
delay the big one. That may or may not change by tomorrow. We don't know.
Shit, we're still talking about Disney, because it's on Disney+. Plus.
Yeah, I mean, it's Lady and the Tramp. It's still a Disney property. We're still talking about Disney. We're just not talking about Marvel yet.
We're also reiterating the whole live-action Disney remakes. Fingers crossed it's not just a shot-for-shot remake of the cartoon.
It's totally going to be.
Yeah, it's a repeat of The Lion King, which... How are the records on that movie, by the way? He's sneering, so they're actually good.
Okay.
Technically, in terms of the amount of money that the new Lion King has made, it has surpassed the 94 film.
Okay.
And is now considered one of the highest, possibly going to be the highest grossing animated movie of all time, because it's not a live action film. It's an animated film. Nothing about that movie is live action.
I'm
Okay.
almost wishing it was, so I can see people get mauled.
But when you adjust the numbers for inflation, you add in the re-releases, the new one doesn't really come close
Good.
to the 94 film. Like, the number of tickets sold for the 94 film is vastly superior to the recent one.
That's a relief. But on the topic of
However, people are still going to say this one grossed more simply because of the number. When here's the real truth if we adjusted everything for inflation, the highest grossing movie of all time would be Gone with the Wind, and nothing would ever touch it. Because when you adjust that one for inflation, it's made over $6 billion.
My mom loves Gone for the Wind. She owns it.
I haven't seen it.
Neither have I. But
barely have
on
seen
the
it.
topic of re-releases, fuck all you guys that went to see Endgame for the re-release. The real re-release we ought to be talking about is It Chapter 1! Yeah, there's actually a limited screening re-release of It Chapter 1 as build-up for It Chapter 2.
Have you heard the first reactions to It Chapter 2?
I have not.
They're very mixed.
I don't want to know.
Which, honestly, I was expecting that.
Yeah, because
that section of the book is the less liked section, and people are also complaining that it's like 3 hours long.
Well, what did you expect?
I don't know.
I'll certainly take those 3 hours over the 3 hours we wasted with Endgame.
This is true.
Additionally, though, the second half of the miniseries wasn't the best either, so I think it's kind of...
Much like the book itself, the adult portion is not as good as the child portion.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually do really like the ideas presented in the adult portion.
Yeah.
I just don't think they were utilized...
Executed?
No, they were not executed the best they could have.
Okay.
Nor was that ending at all satisfying.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one of the reasons this is so... I wonder if they kept that ending.
I feel like...
I hope they didn't, because that ending is stupid.
I feel like at this point, it is trying to be the most faithful adaptation.
Most faithful?
Most faithful adaptation regarding the fact that the first half of the book was loved and the second half wasn't that much. Same with the miniseries. So maybe the whole reaction of it is like that on purpose.
I mean, people are still saying that it's a very ambitious film.
Which I hope to expect, because...
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2 hours and 45 minutes long. Of course it's going to be an ambitious horror film.
Yeah.
Which, Tyler brought up an interesting question when I was hanging out with him before.
Mm-hmm.
Even last year, when we saw It Chapter 1...
2 years ago.
2 years ago, when we saw It Chapter 1, how did It Chapter 2 become the one that we were looking forward to the most? More so
As
than
a group.
Endgame. Like, as a group.
Because we're fucked in the head.
Yay! Go team fucked in the head!
Because, I mean, obviously, It Chapter 2 was not the movie I was looking forward to most this year.
Godzilla!
Yeah, Godzilla.
Fate.
Fate's Day Night.
Us.
I was not looking forward to Us I was not super looking forward to Us. I was looking forward to it because I really like Get Out. But it just so happens that after I saw Us, I was like, this movie's fucking fantastic.
Still haven't seen Get Out or Us. I really want to.
I'll find a digital copy and we'll watch it. The three of us can probably watch it. Because, we're gonna end up
You
watching...
own it, right?
I do not own Us.
We're gonna end
You
up...
own Get Out.
I do not own Get Out.
Fuck.
We're gonna end up
We
rewatching.
can find them.
I think Get Out's like in the $3 to $5 bin at Walmart.
Yeah, Get Out's pretty cheap right now. Us just got released, but we can find
Digitally.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we're going to end up
digitally or
rewatching.
Redbox.
Yeah, we're going to end up rewatching movies until now, all the way back to January, digitally, because everything, I think, from the starting of September onward.
Basically, from now onwards, if we don't see it in theaters, we're not seeing it until next year.
Right, which is going to fuck up our lists if we were looking forward to, like, man, I
really wanted to see The Lighthouse, but I wasn't able to go see it. Fuck.
Which is ironic, because she and I
Lighthouse.
are working at the Lighthouse.
I mean, The Lighthouse has not come out yet.
What is The Lighthouse?
It's a really interesting-looking horror film that stars Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson.
Sold!
Right then.
Sold! I fucking love Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, it's a black and white.
So it's a
It's kind of. I'd imagine it's gonna be like an atmospheric thing. It's from A24. They made Hereditary, and I thought Hereditary was really good.
All right then.
Which reminds me, we ought to put together our own. Dude, that's a topic. That's a topic we can do next time.
What?
Our top 10, 5 list of our favorite actors we just can't not dislike.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Willem Dafoe. Vin Diesel. It's hard to not like Vin Diesel sometimes.
Yeah.
Nope, switch out Vin Diesel, The Rock. Dwayne
I like
Johnson.
Vin Diesel too.
Alright.
Apparently The Rock doesn't.
Oh, Tom Welling.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Tom Holland.
Tom
what you
Welling.
said?
No,
Oh.
Tom Welling. Clark Kent in Smallville.
Oh.
Yeah, so apparently the other side of that Cheaper by the Dozen disc doesn't include as many special features, but I was able to watch it properly. I think I got a man crush on Tom Welling. I don't know what it is.
That works.
I just look at his face and I think, wow, God damn it, you're good. You're awesome. I
have a man crush on Crispin Freeman.
Same.
So-
Well, no, that's not man
Yeah,
crush.
you just have
I
a
just have a
regular
crush on him.
crush
Yeah.
on Crispin Freeman.
Yeah.
If we're counting that, then I'd say Jeremy Lay for me. Woman crush.
Yeah.
Girl crush on her.
So yeah, let's put together our list of actors we love,
Yeah,
regardless.
We gotta do actors and then we gotta do voice actors.
Voice actors will be its own list.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a topic for next week.
Yay!
And we might end up talking about Disney or Marvel if the person we like is in a Disney property,
Like Tom Holland.
like Tom Holland. But for now, let's wait off on that because, wow, we really went out on a tangent there, didn't we?
Well, were we about to talk about the Lady in the Tramp poster?
I did remember
How
one of my favorite
awful
actresses.
it looks.
Who?
Tessa Thompson.
Oh
The
yeah,
one who looks
Valkyrie.
like Chelsea.
Valkyrie, yeah. Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Lady in the Tramp poster looks like shit. Move on.
Yeah,
No,
right.
it looks fucking creepy.
Yeah, it looks disturbing.
Who thought this was a good idea?
Disney.
I'm not looking forward to this. I'm gonna be honest.
No, it's-
I'm
No,
not
it's
looking
Disney
forward
Plus.
to
Yeah,
this.
it's
So
a
unless
Disney
you,
Plus.
unless you torrent it or buy Disney Plus, you ain't watching it.
Good. I don't have to.
I'm
Yay!
gonna make everybody in this fucking room watch it.
Fuck you!
You're gonna have to physically drag me if you're gonna do that.
Fuck
No,
you!
I'll just bring it in one day.
Joey Tribbiani is not watching Lady and the Tramp! I don't know where that came from. I just started sounding like Joey from
We've
Frames.
seen every other Disney remake this year. Why not?
Because I don't wanna!
I'm just gonna bring my original copy and just be like, I wanna watch this instead. Screw y'all.
And then I'll say, no! Be gone, Satan!
What's wrong with the original?
I'm not a dog person and
Let's
it
watch a
bored
better
me.
movie.
Yeah, let's watch the live-action Dumbo.
I haven't seen that.
Live action Dumbo's okay.
It's better than The Lion King.
I mean, at the beginning of the year, I made the prediction that the best of the remakes, this is before I even knew about Lady and the Tramp, was going to be Dumbo.
But now it's a lie.
And now I actually was like, okay, I was half, like, I said the best was going to be Dumbo, the worst was going to be Lion King. I was half right.
Yeah.
The best is Aladdin.
The worst
the
is
worst
definitely
Still
Lion
Lion
King.
King.
The worst
Although-
is Lion King.
Although when we line it up
Lie.
with the rest of the live-action Disney remakes, The Lion King still probably sucks the most.
That's
What
because
we
the
just
Lion,
said.
Yeah, the Lion King is, like, at least Alice in Wonderland is its own thing. At least Maleficent is its own thing.
Yeah.
At least the Jungle Book.
Yeah, the Jungle Book is its own thing and is honestly better than the animated one.
Beauty and the Beast sure as
Beauty-
hell isn't.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion
I
King,
like Beauty and the Beast.
awful.
What else was there? I feel like that was all the Disney live action.
No, there's still quite, there's more that we haven't mentioned. I just don't want to talk about them.
Right.
Mulan.
Mulan hasn't come out
Mulan
yet, but
might be good because
uh,
it's going to do its own thing.
but it has a witch.
Yeah, and no Mushu.
And best character is not there.
Oh, you mean Mushu?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I just said Mushu.
Best
thought
there's
character
no
is
Mushu.
not there.
They kept the cricket though.
Yay! Kiki!
No Mushu, but we gotta keep that cricket.
all right.
He was truly the best character.
Okay, we have gotten off topic
Not
again.
I mean,
so
we're still-
let's
it's
get
still
down
Disney.
to business.
Venom 2.
So they're not calling it Carnage?
No, it's called Venom 2. Why wouldn't it be? It's still about Venom and Eddie Brock. He's still the main character.
Yeah, but...
Are you
Call it
still
Venom
looking
2.
forward to it, though?
It'll still have Carnage in it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this mess.
And you're gonna be mad if they fuck it up, aren't you?
Yes!
Of course they're gonna fuck it up.
Fuck you!
Why would you think otherwise? After seeing Venom.
Because it is hard to ruin the concept of a psychopathic serial killer who is given an alien symbiote attached to him.
But they already fucked up Venom.
Yeah.
They fucked it up gloriously, but they fucked it up.
They made Venom better than he was in the comics. Do you really give a shit about Venom, Lethal Protector?
I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about classic Venom.
Oh. They were clearly going more for Venom, Lethal Protector. You did not see Spider-Man in that.
Y'all done?
So Venom 2 has a director now.
Pussy. So, who's the director? And do we know him?
We do know him. You're not going to believe it.
Please don't tell me it's Guy Ritchie.
No.
Okay.
No, I would be pissed.
Oh, okay.
It's Andy Serkis.
Oh, yay! That means the directing is going to be good!
That doesn't mean the script is gonna be good.
Shut up.
I mean, to be fair, the directing was not bad. Ruben Fleischer's direction was not bad. In fact, that was the problem. The big problem that came with with Venom, and one of the reasons it kind of turned out into this glorious mess that I kind of loved, was that there were multiple people working on this at one point. Eventually, Ruben Fleischer ended up directing it, and whatever he and Tom Hardy did is what made the movie so gloriously stupid and amazing.
Are we still gonna go see Venom 2, though?
Of course I am!
I have never looked forward so much to something that's gonna be terrible.
Sonic.
Okay.
Other than the Sonic movie.
Okay, gentlemen. There's no need to yell.
We are going to boast about our opinions. Joey Tribbiani is looking forward to Venom!
Does that
2!
mean I can come with?
I
saw Venom 1.
No, you're stuck in the corner.
What?
I'm kidding. If anything, I'm dragging you to that movie.
Okay.
And I'm dragging you to that
You don't need to drag me.
Yeah, you really don't need to drag me either.
Oh, so I don't have to pull you by your ear?
We know what I think about Venom.
If you pull me by my ear, I will beat the hell out of you.
Fine, I'll pull you by your wrist.
The whole group knows what I thought about the Venom movie.
It was
yes,
hilariously bad.
we have video evidence.
So terrible that I found it glorious and amazing.
We have video proof of you saying this exact thing.
I think it's funny as shit.
It is hilarious. And I don't think it's really intended to be half the time, because you can tell just by that music.
Yeah, right.
And, like, how everybody else is acting. No, this is supposed to be this dark, serious take. But then you got Tom Hardy coming in. He's just doing shit. And it's like, what the fuck?
What are you doing? Put your arms down. You're making us look bad. Like a turd. Ooh, the perfect metaphor for this movie is turd in the wind.
Jumping into the lobster tank and just starting to eat one.
Yeah, eating raw lobster. Still, I think the perfect analogy for that movie is like a turd in the wind.
It really is.
I feel like... Well, I guess you could say it. This whole... Well, I don't know. Could it be considered parasitic? The whole movie?
Venom? Yeah. Kind of is.
Symbiotic.
It's a symbiotic movie. Given that the movie is about a guy who comes into contact with a symbiote.
Symbiote? I think you mean a symbiote.
They're called symbiotes.
Only in the trailer.
Thank goodness.
They changed that in the movie.
Yes, because otherwise that would have just been dumb.
That would have driven people nuts.
It drove me nuts when I saw the trailer.
Yeah, it drove everybody nuts when it came out.
I feel like when we saw the trailer in theaters, when we were in one of the movies we were going to see, when they said symbiote, I swear, I was close to shouting, and they said, we call them symbiotes. Symbiotes!
I'm glad.
Pronounce it right!
I'm glad you didn't.
I feel like someone would have agreed with me in the audience, though.
That just reminded me of when I said that. Remember when we went to go see...
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Crispy fried bridge, anyone? And then the guy started laughing.
Okay. Is there any other news about Venom 2?
They might put... I mean, this kind of ties into the other one. Depending on how talks go, they might put Venom into the MCU.
Right, so
yeah.
let's go ahead and talk about Inspector Gadget the movie.
You're joking,
It's
aren't
bad.
you?
Yes, I'm joking. Let's talk about the deal that's been going down between Disney and Sony. When everyone is painting Sony as the bad guy in this.
Which makes no sense.
No sense whatsoever.
Which also goes just to prove that MCU fanboys are idiots.
Yeah, they have been completely brainwashed by it. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, you showed it to me.
Yeah, but for those who don't know...
All two of you.
Right, help me out here, Ty. Disney...
No. The original... Okay, when the deal was negotiated, here's how everything was split up. Sony would finance the film themselves. The films. Homecoming and Far From Home. They're the ones who financed those.
Right. And I think this
They-
all came about when Far From Home surpassed Bond as Sony's highest grossing movie.
Yeah. They received 95% profit.
Mm-hmm.
Disney received 5% and 100% of merchandising.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what happened in the last week was Disney wanted to change it to where they would share financing. Disney would pay 30% of the financing, Sony would pay 70%, and they would split the profits 50-50, while Disney still gets 100% of merchandising.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's what Sony said. And everyone sees
Sony
that as...
said, that is dumb? No. Goodbye. We will take our stuff back now.
Yeah, and then Disney said, fine, you want to do it like that? Then Spider-Man can't be in the MCU, which punishes the idiots that are still following this MCU train.
Yeah.
But people say that Sony is to blame.
Sony's not to blame.
Sony's not to blame. I mean, here's the thing. This is a bad idea for both companies creatively.
Yeah, I mean, did you see what Stan Lee's daughter had to say about it? They were basically desecrating Stan Lee's memory by doing this to one of his most beloved creations.
In all fairness, it has been reported after he died that the months leading up to his death, his family was not the best in terms of how they treated him.
Yeah, but on top of that, no one in Disney, Marvel, or any of that reached out to them after he died.
At least publicly?
No, not even privately.
Something tells me it wasn't private. They didn't do it privately either.
Yeah, neither way.
Uh,
But people see Sony as the bad guy. I see it as...
I see it as Sony being smart.
Yes.
Disney's getting greedy. That's
Disney
what it
already
is.
has so much under their belt. They don't have Paramount, but they have Fox.
Yeah, they have Fox.
They have Marvel.
Marvel, Lucasfilms.
They have Lucasfilms. That's
Pixar.
Pixar. Not DreamWorks, thank God.
No, Universal, I think, has them right now.
Yeah. So, at the moment, from what we remember, that is 4 major companies under their belt. And if they got one more, the government would have to step in.
The
That
government
is still,
should be stepping in right now.
Yeah, that is still
honestly.
too much power for any one company.
Wasn't there a rumor that Disney's actually trying to buy out Sony?
Yeah, that was like an empty threat that they were also going to do. But Sony said, yeah, good luck with the government. But no, now they're sort of reworking negotiations. And there's a load of rumors about it where they would have Venom join the MCU, work on live-action Spider-Verse films, which...
It's like, apparently, I'm hearing also rumors that Disney wanted money for any of like the animated Spider-Verse films, or
that's all Sony.
Yeah, anything that had Spider-Man's name on it.
Yeah, no.
Despite the fact they don't own the rights.
Yeah, they don't. No. Additionally, though,
I'm not saying that Marvel should not have the rights to Spider-Man.
I'm saying that Disney...
It is their character.
Yeah.
But if you're going by technicals, Sony has owned the Spider-Man property, in terms of film,
ever since 2002.
For like 20 years, just about.
Yeah. And they're not going to give it up now.
Yeah, and especially since it's like the only thing that generally makes Sony money in terms of film.
Yeah.
Because Men in Black International, bomb.
We all know about...
Ghostbusters 2016, bomb.
The Smurfs movies.
The Smurfs movies, bombs.
Still, though, with Sony, I see them as finally not putting up with Disney's bullshit. And there's another side of the rumor that there's another 6, maybe 7 movie deal where they were going to finish off this new trilogy of Spider-Man movies. It's Homecoming, Far From Home, and then Spider-Man 3. But then a new set of movies where Spider-Man's in college and he would come across, he would befriend the Human Torch and the Fantastic Four, Iceman and Firestar from the X-Men. They're taking a lot more away from solo movies, and they're permanently embedding them into an already existing universe, which can be a good thing, but we're sick of it at this point.
I miss standalone Spider-Man movies.
Precisely.
Like, I did not... Like, I don't like the Amazing Spider-Man films, like, almost at all, really. Like, I especially hate the second one, and I don't like Spider-Man 3, but...
Spider-Man 2...
My favorite Spider-Man films, aside from Far From Home, which I actually really liked...
Yeah.
Are Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, and Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse is honestly the best Spider-Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's completely separate from any kind of cinematic universe.
Except
at the moment, they're trying to make an animated thing out of it, which I really like that idea. There's so many things you can do with that.
Yeah, and most of the time they will be their own individual things, and then they can cross over and have another movie about that. There are still going to be plenty of solo films. I would kill for a Spider-Man noir movie.
And of course, Sony's doing their weird, what the fuck, villain universe.
Yeah,
which started with Venom, and we're getting a Morbius movie next year starring Jared Leto.
At this point, I'm looking forward to those because they're solo films.
Because they're not Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Star Wars again. Why? Because it's not Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel at this point is giving us sugar overdose.
I miss Star Wars fans. It's gotten that bad.
Additionally, though, you know what Marvel and Disney have done, which is stupid. Aside from the Disney Plus stuff,
what?
They're not giving us a break.
No, they're not.
No, they just ended Phase 3 and started it with Phase 4. And next year, we're getting more Phase 4.
We're getting 2 films. And they're starting the Disney Plus shows.
Yeah. You at least ought to give us 2 to 3 years of a break. At least. Before the next phase. You just ended the Infinity Saga. Give us a breather.
No, just keep bombarding it. We got to make that money. Because if Disney doesn't make $1 billion with every single movie they make now, the whole industry collapses.
Yeah, but you have so many other things that you could do. Hell, make something original.
Yeah, like that's gonna happen.
Sure. That's why they started making the live-action remakes of animated films, because they wanted originality.
Hey, to be fair, they made some changes in those movies that sort of worked.
Some, and only really in the Jungle Book. But
yeah, it's true. Hell, if they want to do live-action remakes of already done things, make more twists to it.
Or how about you make the Black Cauldron live-action and make it good?
Or a live-action Sword in the Stone related movie that does not suck.
I mean, Sword in the Stone doesn't suck.
No, I mean, like, related to it. Like, we had King Arthur, the Kid Who Would Be King, stuff like that. Not all of those are especially good. Especially that one with Jude Law. That Arthur movie. Came out in 2017, I think.
Oh, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, whatever.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, we get movies like that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we get movies like that. Give us an actual Sword in the Stone.
The worst part about the Aladdin remake was all the Guy Ritchie-isms.
Which is
Guy Ritchie
fair.
Sucks.
That is fair. Still, though, Disney needs to give us a break.
Yeah.
The reason we keep looking forward to any news relating to another Spider-Verse movie is because Sony gives us at least a year of anticipation. Longer. Precisely.
If not longer.
Yeah. In fact...
To be fair, they haven't been able to really oversaturate it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I hope they don't. Because I think at this point, that's what's keeping my interest.
It took 4 years for a Godzilla... No, 5 years for a Godzilla sequel.
Yeah, and you were still hyped as shit for it.
Sure, Japan did a few things in between that, but for the most part, when it came to just the American franchise, while Kong Skull Island did come out between that, there were 5 years between Godzilla and Godzilla King of the Monsters.
I think there was at least 2 years.
Enough time for me to realize that Godzilla 2014 is not that great.
Yeah, I think there was at least 2 years between Burn the Stage and Love Yourself and Soul, and then Love Yourself and Soul. Persona had, I think, at least a couple months, if not a year. So I think it was either 2018 or 2019.
Yeah, franchises ought to have more than just a month or two between them.
Yeah, no.
When did Endgame come out? April?
Endgame came out in April, and then to be fair, this was technically a Sony film. Spider-Man Far From Home came out early July.
Still, though, it's related to the MCU. You see my point.
Of course, Captain Marvel came out mid-March.
Yeah.
Whereas Endgame came out
in
late April.
Don't even get me started on Captain Marvel again.
Yeah, we don't need you raging. Please
don't talk about Captain Marvel.
But you guys are catching what I'm throwing here.
Yeah.
The big problem... People keep trying to say that the reason the MCU doesn't get old is because it's a bunch of different series within this one huge franchise. So it kind of switches it up a bit.
No.
Here's the problem. It doesn't switch it up at all.
No. Every
film, you can tell, has a specific formula.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Additionally, though, remember when we were building up to Infinity War and we tried watching all the MCU movies?
We got burnt out after Phase 1.
Yeah. Because most of the movies
are
the same.
They feel the exact same most of the time.
Phase 1.
Yeah.
I love Guardians of the Galaxy, but I don't love what it did to the MCU. Because notice that before Guardians of the Galaxy, they still took it fairly seriously.
Yeah.
It was after that they decided to make everything a joke.
There's your pitch on Homecoming again.
Homecoming was the worst with it, honestly.
I thought I liked Homecoming at first, but...
I still don't like Homecoming.
Everybody keeps trying to say, no, Homecoming's great, what are you talking about? I'm like, Homecoming is lazy.
You know what I'll say to people if they try to tell me Homecoming is one of the best Spider-Man films ever made? You know what I say to that?
Spider-Verse.
Where was the Spider-Sense?
This is true.
Also, that too.
Notice he had that in Civil War.
He also had that in Infinity War. You saw his Spider-Sense go off.
Yeah, but they're acting like in Far From Home it just started.
You mean Homecoming?
Far From Home.
Yeah.
The Peter tingle?
Yeah. It's like we're supposed to believe that between Civil War...
Again, in all fairness, that's technically made by a separate studio.
Yeah, but between Homecoming and then Infinity War and Civil War before Homecoming, it's like, I have my spider sense. Now I don't. Now I have my spider sense again. Now I don't.
I mean, Homecoming's not super awful.
No, it has one of the best villains in the MCU.
It's fun. It's got fun moments.
Yeah.
Vulture.
Yeah, Vulture. Honestly, the entire... After he loses the suit, I think it actually gets really good. And then once he defeats the Vulture, it all of a sudden becomes kind of lazy and trite again.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I want to talk to you about a serious incident in a bathroom.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a heart-to-heart. And then somebody flushes a toilet, walks out of a stall, and that's it. No heart-to-heart, no punchline, that's it.
Yeah. It's like, okay, fuck this. You know what? You're coming with me. We're going upstate.
Alright then. So anyway... Do you have anything else to say on this shit show here?
No, I think we got it all out.
Well, I kind of hope that Spider-Man does stay apart from the MCU, because I want to see the MCU fail.
Yeah.
Because I'm sick of it.
You know what they might do?
I want to see Disney's
wait.
legs get crippled.
Wait, hold on. You know what they might do? Just to spite?
What?
Disney might actually fuck up a next Spider-Man movie just to spite Sony.
I mean, they won't be allowed to make one.
I'm just saying.
If they keep their little balance going, they may do it intentionally, though.
Yep.
I mean, if they have 30% of financing and putting stuff towards it, they could cheapen it.
Yep.
Additionally, though, yeah, I remember now. Jeremy Johns had his own video to say about this topic, and he put it very elegantly that the Infinity Saga, which ended with Endgame and Far From Home is its own movie, which is fine, that is one course meal. And what? I'm forgetting what he actually says, but that's... I think he said that was Breaking Bad, and what comes afterwards is Better Call Saul.
Yeah, everything after that's Better Call Saul. It's not as good, but, you know, it's still enjoyable, and you'll pop in every once in a while.
Yeah. I mean, I might pop in when they bring up another Spider-Man movie. That's probably the only
Guardians
reason.
3.
Yeah, but my biggest thing about Disney with the Disney Plus shows is that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was not very successful. The Defender series, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, etc. That slowly, the embers of that slowly went out.
Some of those were really successful. It's just that after Disney decided they wanted to fuck off from Netflix and make their own streaming service, they decided to cancel all that.
Yeah, the embers were, like, burnt out by the end of it. So, and let's not even get started on the Inhuman series.
What Inhuman series?
What makes them think that Loki, Wanda and Vision, Winter Soldier and Falcon, any of that are gonna be any different in terms of response?
Because they are important now.
Yeah, you're giving us homework. The only people who are supposed to do that are our teachers, and even they know when to give us a break.
Not always.
They do more so than Disney at this
point. I gotta
point.
fucking work and make a living and pay bills, and I got other shit I want to watch.
Yeah, right.
And play.
Mm-hmm.
And read.
Yep.
And write.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't want to watch your TV shows, Disney. Like that Star Wars one, maybe, because I like Star Wars. And I like the idea of it. And that's only one. On
top of that, I mean, unless it's like 10 episodes per season, that's one thing, but I don't feel like that's what they're going to do.
No, apparently that is about what they're going to do.
But still,
10 episodes for each series at the moment.
And it's like an hour long?
Yeah, hour-long episodes, but that's still too much,
yeah.
honestly.
Unless you do a binge session on a Saturday...
Which is like, I got other crap to do.
Yeah, again...
It's like my only day to do stuff. Like, I get a few days off a week. I gotta go to the doctor.
I've got a novel to write, so...
I gotta do my flower beds.
You got a novel to write. You got a job to do. I got a future to look forward to.
I got novels to...
Yeah.
Try writing.
Technically, all three of us have novels, because I kind of want to get back on Guardians of the Realm at some point.
Yeah, and I'm still working on...
Dark Chronicles coming. That's what I'm renaming it.
Whenever I finish Seven Deadly Tragedies, of course, the name probably will change. That's as clever as I could come up with at the time.
keeping it as Guardians of the Realm, unless Marvel forces me to change the name.
That might actually already be taken by something.
So many things have counterintuitive names regardless, so...
No, you're still getting in trouble for it.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I hate patents and copyright.
Fine, then I'll just call it D&D's Guardians of the Realm.
That might actually get you in more trouble. No, make it a... I was about to say just find a way to fit it into the Forgotten Realms somewhere, but that might be a bit tricky.
Forgotten Realm? I don't want to forget about it.
No, the Forgotten Realms is a very popular setting for Dungeons and Dragons that has this huge lore and so many works of fiction about it. The Dritsto, everything with Dritsto Erden is there. The Baldur's Gate series.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
The Neverwinter stuff.
Yeah.
I'm currently in a D&D campaign that takes place in the Forgotten Realms.
When was I going to hear about this? Oh yeah, we have D&D campaigns to do. Which, honestly, might not happen at this point.
We got shit to do is the point.
Yes, we have more responsibilities than just you, so unless someone...
There's a Final Fantasy VII remake coming out in March.
Part 1, mind you.
Yeah, Part 1, and it's going to be as big as Final Fantasy 15.
The only other thing I'm going to touch Spider-Man related is Spider-Man 2, the sequel to that badass video game.
Exactly. Yeah, the next... Especially... Sony finally decided to actually buy Insomniac finally. And everybody's also like, I didn't see this coming, and I was like, they didn't already do that years ago? I swear, almost everything Insomniac makes comes out on the PlayStation, with the exception of, like, Sunset Overdrive.
It just makes sense now, at this point.
Yeah, it's like, now Sony owns Insomniac, so now we're gonna get more Ratchet and Clank games, most likely, more Spider-Man. And whatever else Insomniac wants to make, because Insomniac's because they sold the rights to that years ago. Activision owns that now.
And Activision is owned by...
Activision is its own thing, and it's almost as bad as EA.
Who's Crash owned by again?
Activision. They just started putting microtransactions in the remake of Crash Team Racing.
It'd be nice if we had another Crash and Spyro team-up game.
I can't believe I'm saying...
You mean a good one?
I enjoyed the other ones.
They're not good.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Sony, take a page out of Disney's book and buy Activision.
What?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Sony, take a page out of Disney's book and buy Activision.
Please.
So that way you could make a good PlayStation All-Stars game.
I don't think
and you can include Crash and Spyro.
Yeah, right.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Or Nintendo by Activision, so you can put them in Smash.
I mean, Nintendo could put them in Smash if they would allow. I mean, Nintendo doesn't own Joker or Banjo.
What about Hero?
Cloud or the Dragon Quest Hero. They don't own a lot of the characters they've been putting in.
Which, by the way, using the Dragon Quest Hero is tricky.
It's fun.
But it's awesome.
I haven't been able to play him yet. I had to send him my Joy-Cons.
I have not sent them that yet, which I've actually got to get that printed out.
I enjoy using him.
Yeah, I sent mine out the other day.
Okay.
I mean, I could just use my GameCube adapter.
I'll ask you to help me out with that, probably Sunday. I'll see if I can print it out in Elizabeth City, which I should be able to.
Honestly, you can get a barcode and just have them printed out at the UPS. You just gotta, get a box and do all the steps that Nintendo tells you to do. Yeah.
Well, make sure that everything inside is protected with bubble wrap, and make sure that...
put a note in there with your name, address, phone number, what's wrong with your product.
Make sure it's legible, so probably type it out.
I mean, I wrote mine. And then ship it to them.
Yeah, and then they'll probably get back to you in maybe
3 weeks. I don't know.
3 weeks to a month. My guess was going to be a month.
So,
all right.
Is that everything?
I think so.
All right, let's wrap this up then, gentlemen.
All right, so we have our plans for the next podcast. A list of our favorite actors and voice actors that we just can't seem to hate.
Yeah, right.
And hopefully we'll just be sure to get that taken care of.
Hopefully Disney doesn't do something in the next week that makes us talk about them at length again.
Yes, we need a break from Disney and Marvel. Hey, let's go back and talk about DC.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no.
I don't care. It's better than talking about Marvel and Disney at this point.
How about we just not talk about it then?
How about we talk about Shazam? We already talked about Shazam.
Yeah, we already...
How about we talk about Aquaman?
Nah. No fangirls eye candy.
What about Batman v Superman?
No.
Yeah, no thanks.
What about doing that DC debate?
It's Tristan who hasn't watched Man of Steel yet.
Tristan, you have homework. On top of your homework.
On top of your actual homework.
What?
I haven't seen it either.
Well, wasn't the DC debate going to be between me and him?
It was.
Because we're the ones that have the differing opinions. Even though our opinions don't differ that much.
Although we could still bring in other voices of reason. Like originally, I was planning on having Jimmy be the judge, and witnesses just come up on the stand. Which would be me, probably Lean, that guy with the mustache, even though he's dead.
Damn it.
So it would be Black Lantern, that guy with the mustache.
God damn it.
Shinji Ikari, Shiro Emiya.
Marcus Damon.
If we're bringing
Kazuto Kirigaya.
Wait, if we're bringing in Shiro, can we bring in Issei?
Of course we can bring in Issei!
Damn it! I should have known!
Tell me, Emiya, why have you not enjoyed my mayonnaise I brought you?
Oh, God.
It's a huge inside joke.
Here, let me come over there and smother your face with my mayonnaise.
Oh, God, get away.
Here is your mayonnaise, Emiya. There it is.
It's a huge inside joke for those who don't know.
My mayonnaise is actually